Hi Dragons, I'm Andy.
And I'm Josh.
And we're the co-founders of Honest. We're on a mission to build the world's best mobile network.
Andy and I are old school friends. We've known each other since we were 11. And in 2019, we'd both been working in telecoms. We were catching up in the pub and found ourselves ranting about how terrible our mobile networks were. So we decided we'd try and build something better. We spoke to thousands of people before we started, and it was obvious that so many people really dislike their mobile networks.
They tie you into long contracts and then put your prices up every year. Customer support makes you want to scream, and there are millions who are extremely unhappy with their mobile signal.
So at Honest, we're doing things different. Your bill goes down every month just for sticking around, and we respond to customers in seconds.
And we're about to launch our new product, SmartSIM, which gives you 4 times better signal in the UK and free roaming in 182 countries around the world.
Plus, we're on a mission to build the most sustainable mobile network possible. We're the UK's first certified B Corp mobile network, and we remove double the CO2 that we emit. So far, we have over 8,000 happy customers, and our customer satisfaction score is almost 4 times higher than some of the big networks.
We're here today to ask for £110,000 for 1% of the business. And we'd love for you to join us on our mission to transform this trillion-dollar dinosaur of an industry.
Guys, hi. You've identified sustainability as one of the key issues, which on a shallow level, there's a lot of organisations that can very easily, would plant a tree, carbon offset. So what is it specifically that makes you properly sustainable as opposed to exposing yourself to the accusation of greenwashing?
So firstly, we're certified B Corp, which means we're legally obliged to consider the planet in every decision that we make. We've changed our Articles of Association. And then secondly, we're a member of 1% for the Planet. So that means 1% of our revenue goes towards environmental causes. And then the third point is around our carbon emissions. So we are carbon negative, which means we remove double our carbon footprint as a business, which means as a customer joining Honest, you know that your phone is a force for good. It's actually helping to remove CO2 from the atmosphere.
Thank you.
Andy, Josh.
Hi.
Really, really interesting business. My concern is just the competitive landscape here, because the competitive landscape is vicious.
So it's a super competitive market. We are competing against people with billion-dollar marketing budgets. And so...
But how do you win?
We win by having really amazing customer support and customers who love what we're doing.
Andy, Josh.
Hi, Peter.
I do have a little bit of experience in this. I've done this. I've gone on the journey. I own Generation Telecom, which was exactly the same, was a virtual network. And actually, 10 plus years ago, would you believe? I think there's no doubt that you're here for me. I understand that. But I'm just a little bit concerned about the size of where you've got to. Why are you at 8,000 customers? And to put this in perspective, so it doesn't seem, because 8,000 sounds a lot. When I started, we ended up year 2 with 46 to 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah, so we've focused less on those big sort of channel opportunities of going after huge industries and more on individuals. And, we've been pretty constrained by cash over the years. We started the business on a credit card, and we've been pretty scrappy. And we've been focused on trying to keep as close to profitable as possible or as sensible as possible.
I think you've kind of answered Pete's question there, which is, in fact, you're here for me because your key challenge in this business is customer acquisition. And I am the king of customer acquisition.
Which, of course, they both believe, but we all know that you're here for me because obviously I have the sustainability audience that's your key driver. If we're going to play that particular game, it's your turn now, Sarah.
Guys, I know what you're really interested in is me, because crafting is at the heart of this business.
And Tuka?
Well, you know that I don't get out of bed for 1% for a start.
That's the way.
I was waiting for that line.
Right. Guys, risk. So what are your risks? So we know that you rely on third-party signals and whatever. And at the moment, you're with free.
Yep.
And for how long?
So the new contract that we will sign in the next couple of days runs for 24 months.
24 months. So at any given time, if they figure a risk, negotiations could get quite difficult.
Yes, if they wanted a way
Yeah, if
out.
they want to. Yeah.
But they want big, successful customers.
Of course, no. I'm just thinking of the risks. So that's one risk.
Yep.
So what other risks do you believe are a risk to the business?
I think, the biggest risk is continuing growth. It's really hard to grow.
Well, you need money to grow.
And you need money.
And if you can't raise money, you won't grow.
Guys, hi.
Hi.
You've been brilliant. You have pitched really well. It's been really clear what your vision is. And I know this unequivocally better than everybody in this room. You don't have anything here to invest in. You have no long-term contract, and I think that's a massive issue that you should have addressed before walking in here. You've got only 8,000 users. I think that's poor. And I haven't heard anything today that would make me or even incentivize me to want to invest. So I'm going to say that I'm out.
Okay, noted.
I will follow. I think the product seems great. I feel like you've really educated me in the market, and I'm going to walk out of here and I am going to sign up for your program. But for me, it's just not a journey that I feel excited to go on. So good luck with it, but I'm out.
That's all right. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to break cover. I'm obviously deeply passionate about businesses generally becoming more properly sustainable. And I think I have a very clear and trusted and honest voice within that community. And, listening to Peter, I can absolutely... This guy knows more than, than anyone. So it could have given me a wobble, except that I think you guys are exceptional. So, I think you'll work it out. So I'm going to make you an offer. I also recognise that more will be needed. So I'm going to offer you half of the money. And specifically because I think there's some other opportunity within Dragons that would be able to help the business. So I'm going to offer you half of the money for 1.5%. And I'll tell you why. If you do want me out there, properly representing you, it needs to be worth my while.
Nice. Might as well. I think you're both great. The one thing that concerns me as an investment, this is a long-term investment. I just think I can use my money more effectively. So I'm out.
Okay, thank you. Super.
One of the best things that I could do for this business is help you uncover a very cost-effective, innovative way to acquire customers through exposure to a large audience, if you know what I'm saying. The best thing I genuinely think I could do is structure a deal in such a way that we give you access to really great audiences in a way that would mean that you don't have to spend so much money on customer acquisition. So I'm going to make you an offer, and that offer is for all of the money, for the 110K, for 3% of the business. And inbuilt into my offer will be me getting behind the business.
Deborah, where does that leave your offer?
Well, I have only offered half of the money, so that is reliant on either you choosing Stephen or whether or not you wanted to share, but that doesn't mean Stephen will share.
We really see how much value you could both bring to the business. So, Stephen, would you be open to sharing?
In this case, because of how I've structured my offer, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Could also ask whether or not I'd like my offer would stand. You've got to get more money than you came in for.
Yes. Would your offer stand alongside Stephen's offer?
It would. We're not sharing. It's just Stephen's doing his thing.
On top of it.
On top of.
We're open to that. Yeah.
Yep.
Get more money than you came in for.
Thank you for your offers. We'd love to take you both on.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Well done.
Excellent. I'm so pleased.
Well done.
Well done. You're good.
Well done. Exceptional.